Hi, so this is a mini analysis of M. Night Shyamalan's Split with Anya Taylor-Joy and James McAvoy. Now, some of you may be thinking, why a mini analysis? Surely there's enough here to, really sink your teeth into. There's the whole DID thing. Was it done well? Was it done respectfully? And whilst I'm no expert, I could look into it. There's Anya Taylor-Joy's character arc. As a small child, she couldn't fight back against her uncle, but at the end of the film, she can fight back against Kevin as the Beast, and even silently signals the police officer. Indeed, her adversity is kind of her protection from the Beast in the end. And that's all very interesting, but to explain why this is only a mini analysis and not tackling those things, I kind of have to give you a bit of a peek behind the curtain. So normally, before doing these kind of videos, I avoid other analyses or similar types of videos on what I'm doing. It's a respect thing, and it's twofold. The original creator has put their own thoughts, their own opinions, their own effort really into making that video, and as a creator myself, I obviously respect that. I'm not going to rehash what they've already said and plagiarise or even have my ideas coloured by it. And, it's respect for you guys. Again, I'm not going to rehash someone else's ideas knowingly. I'm not putting in half the effort in theory. Everything that I say is entirely my idea. But I broke tradition. I had a thought, and I didn't want to do it if someone else had. So I watched a few, and by the evidence of this video existing, I didn't find evidence of what I'd already thought out there. So after a minute and a half of going on why this isn't a full analysis, what have I thought of? Well, even in these other analyses, they've noticed the ending, the shared universe idea, with Bruce Willis appearing and talking about Mr. Glass. And it's funny, it's a nice little thing, and it's a nice little sort of addition at the end of the film. And a lot of people, have been worried that this is going to be like the Oprah meme, you get a shared universe, you get a shared universe, you get a shared universe, and Night, you get a shared universe. People are worried that, is that what's going to happen? And people are going, well, you can't do that because Bruce Willis is two separate characters, one of which is dead. Are we going to have, Haley Joel Osment coming in going, I see dead people, I'm the Ghost Whisperer, some kind of weird superhero. Because, we've got Universal doing, the Dark Universe, I think they're calling it, Marvel and DC, these mammoths of shared universes. And people are like, is everything going to have one? Is it going to, evolve into normal, everyday life at some point? And people are rightly, I think, a little jaded about this. But I think a lot of people have missed the real point of this. Now, if we cast our minds back, one of the great things that we loved when The Sixth Sense was first out about Night was his ability for a twist. He was like our Hitchcock, He was giving us twists and changing our world. If you ask anyone coming out of a movie theatre or a cinema, for the guys this side of the pond, sort of when The Sixth Sense was out, has their world just been completely rocked? 95% of people going, yeah, this is amazing. I love this guy. This is fantastic. And over time, Hollywood started to get their claws into him and kind of go, oh, do this, and we started to develop a bit of a hatred for Night. I always have at least a basic level of respect for humans, but it was starting to wane with him, and he disappeared for a while. He after some massive flops, Avatar, The Last Airbender as he called it, to name just one, and he really needed to go away from the Hollywood machine for a while. And then he started coming back. Blumhouse are really great as hands-off studios, production companies. They don't want to have deciding say. They don't want to push directors in a certain way just to suit what they want to do. And that's a great place for someone like him who has great ideas and just needs the space to execute them. So, why have I just been on about M. Night Shyamalan's career? Again, it all makes sense in a second. So, if we look at his career, he started out great, great ideas. Hollywood moulded him into this bestial version of himself, like the Beast, and really messed him around, and then he's come out the other side, able to do what he wants. This ending, Mr. Glass, Bruce Willis thing, that's his comment back. This is him saying to Hollywood, this is the kind of thing you do. I don't like what you do. Everyone's thinking, is it going to be a shared universe? I'm saying this is M. Night Shyamalan saying, Hollywood, no. He's rebelling against the Hollywood machine. He's seen what it's like. He's seeing the shape of it, and he's mocking it openly and willfully. And I respect him even more than I probably did even years ago. If I'm right, again, Everything I say in these videos is my thoughts, my opinions, as I've said. It's thoughts I've had, and if anyone else contributes, I do credit them. But this is a thought I had, and literally, I actually recorded a version of this before, and then I realised why. I was already thinking about this whole twist thing, you know, this shared universe thing not being true, but then it clicked. He's mocking Hollywood. He's saying, you took away my creativity, look how well I can do without you. Look at me, Hollywood. You can't have me again. I would love for him to see this, you know, and sort of say yay or nay. It would be a dream of mine. But I really hope I am right, because if I am, then it means he's definitely back, and I can't wait to see what he comes out with next. So, I think that's all for this week. I'm quite pleased with that discovery. So until next time, as always, take care.